Freaking A, I got my shirt dirty. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review video on the TooFaced Peach Collection. Yes, I did receive a PR package by TooFaced and they sent me their Peach Collection package and a lot of their goodies are amazing, so I just wanted to do a little review on them. And the review is going to be honest opinion on all these products and what I think about them and my experience with wearing it and how long it lasted me. I am wearing some of the Peach Collection for this makeup look today, and I do have a mini tutorial on this look on my Instagram page, so if you haven't checked it out, please do. In that makeup look, I actually am wearing a different lip color, so keep that in mind. But if you guys do want to see or hear the review on the Peach Collection, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the primer. So this is the Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer, and it is infused with peach and sweet fig cream. All their products are actually infused with that stuff, which is super cool, and all their products smell amazing. It smells like peaches and cream ice cream, which is like so amazing to smell when you're putting on makeup. It's incredible. But I am a really big fan of this primer actually. When I put it on, it did feel like almost like a cooling sensation on your skin. And when it dries, it does kind of become a little bit tacky, so your foundation sticks really well to your face. And it just kind of grabs the product and holds it on very well, and then you do have this really matte look throughout the whole day, which is amazing. So this is definitely a 5-star for me. Next up we have the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. It's oil-free, 14-hour wear, oil controlling, and photo friendly. Okay guys, I was super impressed with this foundation. I don't think I've ever been this impressed by a matte foundation ever. This has lasted me actually 14 hours. It's crazy. I woke up at 8 a.m. to do my makeup for work, and it lasted me till 10 p.m. That's when I washed off my makeup. I was matte all day long. I did not even have to touch up once, and normally I always have to touch up because I become like a grease ball. It's kind of embarrassing, but this has really like saved my life. It has impressed me so much that I feel like this is gonna be one of my favorite foundations, my top foundations for a really long time. And I also use this foundation on my sister to kind of test it out on her skin, and she does get a little oily with foundations as well, but this had lasted her all day and she was really happy about it. When she came home, she's like, wow, it looks like I just applied my makeup on. Like, it still looked really fresh. There was like no creasing, nothing. It literally looked like you just got your makeup done, and it just looked and stayed in place all day long. So if you guys haven't tried this out, definitely do. I give this a 5-star as well. Next up we have is the Peach Blur, and this is a translucent smoothing finishing powder. And basically what it does is it has this like peachy color and has like this iridescence, and it almost smooths and blurs out all your pores. And I did use this product before when I was testing all these products out, and the only issue I had with this specific product was having a hard time getting it on my brush, because I feel like the product is just so compact and hard that it has a hard time getting onto the brush. And I did notice a difference with smoothing out and blurring your pores though, but I just had a really hard time taking it and putting it on my brush so I could apply it. But other than that, it's a pretty good product as well. The packaging on it is super priceless. So next up is another face product, and it's the Sweetie Pie Radiant Matte Bronzer. And this is the packaging, and then you open it up and the bronzer looks like this. So it has a bronzer and a little bit of pink and shimmer in it. And honestly, when I first read the bronzer on the back, the description of it, it says Radiant Matte Bronzer, how it gives you a radiance but it's still matte. That kind of like messed with my head a little bit. I was like, how does that even work? But when I applied it, I was like, wow, it does give you this like nice radiance, but it's matte, so it doesn't make you look like you're super glowy or dewy. And I love that it also has a little bit of like a blush shade. I noticed when I use this bronzer, I do not need to apply blush because I apply a little bit towards my cheeks and it kind of gives me some color there, so I feel like it's almost unnecessary to put on a blush color. So that's kind of why I like this bronzer. It almost has a little bit of everything in one. So next up, I have another 3 face products. I'm just gonna share them all at once just because they're very all similar. So these are the melting powders. I'm just gonna call them melting powders because you have a melting bronzer, a melting illuminator, and a melting blush shade. And I'm a little like 50-50 on these, so I didn't try out the blush yet. I did try out the bronzer and the illuminator. The first time I used these, I kind of didn't know how to use them. And the first time I tried that illuminator, I applied it with my finger to work as a cream highlight, and I noticed my finger like removed some of the foundation, and I was like, oh my gosh, like what is going on? And I was kind of like not impressed with it, and I thought maybe it was just these specific products. But then I tried to apply the bronzer and then the illuminator with like a brush, like almost like a fluffy concealer blending brush. And it just applied really nicely and it blended really nicely into my foundation. And so I feel like that's kind of how you have to use it. So I'm still kind of like trying to learn a little bit more about these, so I can't really give like an honest review. So I'm just gonna say I'm more like 50-50 on these. But they do smell really nice and the colors on them are really pretty, and they are like more of like subtle shades, especially the illuminator. When I applied it, it's very subtle in the skin. It's almost like a base to, it's like a cream base to a powder highlighter. That's how I would call it. But other than that, I don't know, I would just give it like 50-50 on all these. So the last face product I have is the Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. It looks like this, and it comes in like this container like any translucent powder would. I basically use this as a baking powder. I would just take my beauty blender and put it in there and kind of bake my face with it, and it's super nice. It is very matte. It's not too heavy though. I feel like it kind of reminds me of the RCMA translucent powder. I don't know if you guys tried that, but it's one of my top favorite translucent powders. It kind of reminds me of that, except it doesn't have a white powder. It's more of like a pasty pink color, almost like a very pasty peach color. And it smells so good. Okay, and I'm not gonna kid you not, you guys. When I was baking, sometimes you have like powder that kind of flies off from your face when you're baking. And I swear, I think I inhaled some through my mouth and I tasted peach and fig, like no joke. And then like, when I was doing my sister's makeup, she said the same exact thing. She's like, wow, this stuff tastes good. I don't think you can eat it, but it tastes really good. But yeah, this stuff is pretty great as well. When I set all my foundation with it, it doesn't move in place. I have no creasing, so I'll set this under my eyes. I have no creasing. I don't have any creasing in my forehead area because I do have a few like fine lines there. But this stuff does a really good job. I love it a lot. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot I had one more face product, and it's a mattifying setting spray. So this is our Peach Mist. And so in the back it says shake me baby, and I never understood really like why. I'm like, okay, yeah, like you can shake every product, but I don't always shake all my setting sprays. And today I was filming this look and I forgot to shake this, and I swear when I sprayed it on my face I had white dust all over my face, and I freaked out. I'm like, where did all this white dust come from? Like, what? I was so confused, and then I figured because it's probably this stuff. So this stuff is super mattifying, like it's crazy. When I spray it, my face is like super matte, and I'm pretty sure this has like a powder slash water consistency. Like, I don't know, because every time I spray it on my face, there's like a white powder cast if you do not shake this, which is weird. Like, you have specks of white powder. It's crazy. So you have to make sure you spray this stuff on really, shake this stuff. So you have to make sure you shake this really well before using it, but other than that, it works super great. your makeup will not melt off with this. All right, moving on to the eyes. So we have the Just Peachy Mattes palette. It's super cute. When I saw this, I was like, yes, these are like my type of shades. I love them. The shades in here are super, super pretty. I love how they have a few of those like super, super light shades, and then it kind of works its way to like super dark shades. And honestly, I feel like this palette has a lot of those like transition shades that you can use for almost like any makeup look. I feel like these shades right here are like, no, right here are really good like transition shades, at least for me. That's kind of what I would use for like my transition shades. They are super pigmented in color, which I love. They blend out so nicely. And I feel like to get a peach shade super pigmented can be really hard, but they did a really good job making them super pigmented, so kudos to them for that. And lastly, we have the lipsticks. I only got 3 of them. So I got Doll Face, Sunday Funday, and Drunk Dial. Interesting name. I could swatch them for you guys. I basically got like 2 of the nude shades and then 1 of this like really purpley shade, super pretty, and they smell so good. Okay, and the packaging on these is freaking adorable. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys, but they have like peaches stamped into these lipsticks. Like how creative is that? Like you can't get any more creative than that. But these are matte lipsticks and I like them. They smell really good. They don't really have a taste to them. But I mean, I feel like with any matte lipstick, you have to really have hydrated lips and like moisturize your lips before applying matte lipsticks, just so they look really good on the lips and they last a really long time. So yeah, like I have to like basically prep my lips for matte lipsticks, because other than that they won't really look good. But other than that, they are really nice lipsticks and they do last me for quite a while, maybe like 2 hours or so. I'm always usually like drinking coffee or just like snacking on something, so I do have to reapply lipstick here and there. And usually lipstick isn't really supposed to last that long, and these usually last for a decent time. Liquid lipsticks obviously are going to last a little bit longer, but if you guys want something a little bit more, I guess, natural, you can call it, these are really good, especially the nude shades. They're awesome. But I'm gonna go ahead and just swatch these 3 shades for you guys so you guys can see how they look. And that's basically all the items that I got in the Peach collection. Basically, my favorite part about the whole collection was that it smelled really good. The packaging on them is super adorable, and one of the products actually tasted somewhat pretty decent. But other than that, I was pretty happy about the collection. Super impressed with the foundation, just because I do get really oily and it's really hard to find that foundation that makes me last matte all day long. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Did you guys try out any of the Peach collection products? If you did, please let me know in the comment section down below and let me know what you guys thought about it. Please give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe if you guys aren't already, and I'll see you guys next time.